Please, give a big round of applause to Kirk Nugent, please. That was amazing. He has two books. I know he didn't mention them. Kirk is a good friend of mine from New York. And he lives here in Charlotte now, so make sure y'all support him. He has two books. You can get him after the show. My name is Tehut-9. Anybody here in love?
I mean, we all love, so yeah.
You ready?
You're not in love?
Ready?
Everybody
else is.
Oh, we're not.
All right.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Can I get your attention,
y'all respect the
please? Thank you. This poem is called The Chocolate Boy Poem. When I think about this thing called love, I feel like I'm above the sky ceiling. But if love is just a feeling, then what I'm feeling is real hard, for I thank God for the woman that I love. Because she fits me like a glove made for my soul. And when I hold her in my mind, she makes me chime like I'm a bell, because she rings my hormones well and every cell inside me wants her. I want to plant her in my heart where she can grow upon my thoughts, because I fought to have her feeling, but she said love was just a feeling and sex is all that men believe in. So I said, is it a sin that I begin my mornings with thinking of you? And feeling for you while dreaming of you and sticking myself to the grip of your glue? Baby, could it be true that I'm falling for you before my time? And is it a crime that you've stolen my mind, and my mind wants your thoughts and my vein wants your heart's pulsating vibration and rhythmic sensation to enhance my glance and make my cells dance to the chance of one chance at forever with you? For I would do what God did and send her Cupid with two of my ribs to show her I'm true and multiply her by two. For she's like the blue of my skies, and in the view of my eyes, she's more than I've seen 10 times. She's a queen, for I've seen her in dreams where she fiend for a sip of the words on my lips. So I flavored her lips with a deep chocolate kiss that make her lips flicker from the nuts in my Snickers bars. And I saw scars when she grabbed on my Mars. I've got scars as proof. I tell you the truth, just ask baby Ruth, and I bet she will say it was like Milky Ways, for it went on for years like the Three Musketeers. So we sat down on chairs where she moaned on my lap while I crunched her Kit Kat. The view of my skies, and in the view of my eyes, she's more than I've seen 10 times. She's a queen, for I've seen her in dreams where she fiend for a sip of the words on my lips. So I flavored her lips with a deep chocolate kiss that made her lips flicker from the nuts in my Snickers bars. And I saw stars when she grabbed on my Mars. I've got stars as proof. I tell you the truth, just ask baby Ruth, and I bet she will say it was like Milky Ways, for it went on for years like the Three Musketeers. So we sat down on chairs where she moaned on my lap while I crunched her Kit Kat. And when it got hot, she screamed and she cursed me. So I showed her some mercy and held back my tongue from licking her Hershey. And when it got hot, she screamed and she cursed me. So I showed her some mercy and held back my tongue from licking her Hershey, until she coerced me with tricks to batter her mix with 2 chocolate Twix. So I flipped her and tripped her and dipped to her hips to speak to her lips, but her lips were still running from the rush of her coming, and oh, she was stunning. She had my mind humming to the drum in her chest, and I must confess, I wanted to win her and get right up in her, but she made me linger to butter my fingers and fight like a ninja, using kung fu. Then she looked in my view and said, "What would you do if I gave it to you?" I said, "Whatever." How long would you do if I wanted you to? I said forever. Or to have her pleasure would be more than any treasure in the earth or the sea. Or if I could spend one moment with you, eternity. Well, she got wet from the passion, so I wrapped her in towels and entered her alphabets with 5 of my vowels. She howled and she scowled until all she could do was scream, A, E, I, O, U. One more? Do something serious. I am living. Y'all respect the mic.
Here.
I am living in a mirror that only reflects egos, where niggas don't like Negroes and Negroes don't like coloreds and coloreds don't like blacks because blacks get blocked because of their skin color. I am living in hours where time is ours, but we can see that time is ours because we're blinded to our time. Refusing to be on time because we're on colored people's time. But if colored people or black people never arrive or start on time, then I know a lot of black people who operate on colored people's time and still don't know that now it's colored people's time. Because most of the time we're in prison serving time for being in the wrong place at the wrong time. But I'm just observing time. Watching my hands on clock tick tock, tick tock to point back at me with rap because I'm caught in my skin. Shaking my existence to dance with the wind while my shadow sits and sings. By the rivers of Babylon, bathing in our blood. There we sat down, bathing in our blood. And yes, we wept when we remembered we were African. Bathing in our blood, washing our thoughts in our hearts, and now we're feeling bloody, thinking bloody. There's too much blood around me, too much death. Unable to think my ink is bleeding. The riddle of the Sphinx is, why are you still sleeping? Wow. The wind is speaking in real whispering twister to twist herself out of shape, to twist herself out of hate. But this date was written in blood. This date was written by love, and love doesn't love them, so why should you love them? Don't trust them. You're your worst enemy and you're your best friend. So defend your pride and take your side and know that you survived. Know that you survived the trips on the slave ship. Know that you survived the master-slave relationship. Know that you survived the whips and the lipless faces because your face is the face of God. So rob not yourself. Stop trying to look like someone else, hoping you'll disappear into the years of time, into the shadows of the wind, into the guilt of their sin where spirits sit and sing. Strange, this feeling I'm feeling, but my blood I will always believe in. And though you may think my blood is in vain, you will never understand until you feel my pain. Pain! I am pain in blood, bleeding blood, bleeding from the wounds of slavery, screaming, save me, save me. But no one hears my plea. No one sees my fears. I share the pain of black mothers. Will I share the fate of my black brothers? Etched out in white chalk, covered by white cloth, killed by white men in black skin. How can I win in the fight against myself? I am living in a mirror that only reflects egos where niggas don't like Negroes and Negroes don't like coloreds and coloreds don't like blacks because blacks get blocked because of our skin color. Peace.